I was thinking about fast food places and why I would advise you to stop eating at them. I would like to say just stop eating at them because unless you knew that they were actually using 100% beef, I wouldn't be eating their burgers or just buying the stuff because it tastes good, okay, like that. Because the fast food places don't care what they're feeding you as long as they can sell it. They probably, a lot of the places, they don't eat that stuff and they don't feed it to their families. They just sell it to the public, and you don't know what you're eating. Okay, so they told you it was a burger or it was this kind of sandwich or that one, but you don't know all the ingredients or what it could be doing to your body. All you know is you're gaining weight. Some people don't feel good after they're eating it and stuff like that because you don't know what's in the products, like that. And the reason I don't want you to frequent the fast food places is because I don't trust them. And I don't see why you should trust them. Why do you trust them? I wouldn't trust them to feed you. And I wouldn't definitely not trust them to feed your children. And I would have to ask, why do you trust them? You know, okay, I think about things like the employees, all right? Let's say it was good, 100% beef, good cheese, everything about it was natural and good. And let's say the employees, okay, all of them are underpaid, low paying job, low paying industry. They want to rake in all the money, but they don't want to pay you just like all the other greedy corporations or franchises, whatever it might be. The employees have, most of them are pretty low educated unless they just was desperate for a job and they don't get paid enough to pay rent or buy their groceries or anything like that. They're under constant stress by management to go faster like they're a machine. The customers are dissatisfied, the orders are getting messed up, and they collect your money before you get to the food, you know what I'm saying? So no matter how long you gotta wait, they've already got the money, so they don't care about your waiting time, like that. The employees, a lot of them have bad attitudes, nasty dispositions, and stuff like that. If they drop your burger patty on the floor and nobody saw that, they'll just pick it up and put it back on there because they don't want the management on their back. We're not throwing that away. Why are you throwing away food or something like that, cutting into their profits? So the manager is always on your back trying to make their bonuses and meet all of the investor numbers and stuff like that that come along with management. And so the employees could have bad dispositions, a low paying job, pressure and stress from the management. The customers give them all kind of flack and stuff like that. If they make a mistake, everybody's on their back. So I wouldn't even eat there. Okay, then you go to the managers, right? You can have a nasty attitude manager, a low life, one that takes their power when they're around the corporate, they're acting all professional. But when they get in the work environment, they're all on your back like you're a slave and they paying slave wages. Just do what they say, hurry up, be on time, stuff like that. Well, I try not to frequent those places. Um, the prices, okay, the prices are out of control, okay? And by them being out of control, you have to think about what was your options, okay? So every time you go on one of those places, you spend $20, right? At least. You visit the fast food place, you leave there and you broke a 20 and you might not have no change or you went over 20. And so the prices of every single item is up, plus it's crap. They're feeding you and they keep charging you more and more for it. So um, your options, if you look at how much you spend, and especially those people that go 2 or 3 times a week or 10, 12 times a month, they're just eating out of those places. And some people eat out of them every day, which are the interesting people to me, especially the ladies with the nails. Okay, you say, why aren't you cooking? Oh, I don't cook. Look at my nails. I don't do that kind of thing like that. So they're always buying this poison and eating it themselves and feeding it to their family and kids. I saw a video one time where a lady went to McDonald's and then she came home and she was putting the burgers on everybody's plate. She had several kids. And instead of her cooking, she spent all that money at McDonald's and they just get a burger and fries each, probably not even a drink. So she could have bought some food, cooked for them kids, and fed them much better than what she did when she went to McDonald's, for example. So the ladies that say they nails, they don't cook, I don't understand them at all, and I'll never understand them. Half of society can't cook. And that's being generous with the numbers. I think it's much more than half. So you're dependent on the system to feed you, which means you're dependent on having the cash to be able to make the purchases every single day and eat that crap. And so I would just like to say, I'd like you to think about what you're feeding your family and what you're putting into your bodies. And if you plan on living a long life, well, all these stuff they're putting in the food, these foreign substances and this artificial crap, and they don't care about your health. They're never going to pay one of your hospital bills or anything like that. So I would suggest that those of you that can't cook, that you learn. And those of you that's spending all this money in these fast food places, I think that you should learn to cook or get you somebody who knows how to cook or team up. And if you can't cook at all, then get some cookbooks and begin to learn. Anything is better than just eating from these fast food places.